Homeward Bound, Daily Devotional by Ellen G. White. The Test of Christ's Divinity. February 18th. Lazarus, come forth. John chapter 11 verse 43. He felt every pang of anguish as he said to his disciples, Lazarus is dead. But Christ had not only the loved ones of Bethany to think of, he had the training of his disciples to consider. They were to be his representatives to the world, that the Father's blessing might embrace all. For their sake, he permitted Lazarus to die. Had he restored him from illness to health, the miracle that is the most positive evidence of his divine character would not have been performed. In delaying to come to Lazarus, Christ had a purpose of mercy towards those who had not received him. He tarried that by raising Lazarus from the dead, he might give to his stubborn, unbelieving people another evidence that he was indeed the resurrection and the life. In his mercy, he purposed to give them one more evidence that he was the restorer, the one who alone could bring life and immortality to light. This was to be an evidence that the priest could not misinterpret. This was the reason for his delay in going to Bethany. This crowning miracle, the raising of Lazarus, was to set the seal of God on his work and his claim to divinity. Lazarus had been laid in a cave in the rock. A massive stone had been placed before the entrance. Take ye away the stone, Christ said. Thinking that he only wished to look upon the dead, Martha objected, saying that the body had been buried 4 days and corruption had already begun its work. This statement made before the raising of Lazarus left no room for Christ's enemies to say that a deception had been practiced. And when he thus spoke, he cried with a loud voice, Lazarus, come forth! His voice clear and penetrating, piercing the ears of the dead. As he speaks, divinity flashes through humanity. In his face, which is lighted up by the glory of God, the people see the assurance of his power. Every eye is fastened on the entrance of the cave. Every ear is bent to catch the slightest sound. With intense and painful interest, all wait for the test of Christ's divinity, the evidence that is to substantiate his claim to be the Son of God, or to extinguish hope forever. There is a stir in the silent tomb, and he who was dead stands at the entrance of the sepulchre. Homeward Bound.